recall that.
Can I object? And was this something that was turned over to us, a transcript that you're reading from?
It's not a tape, Mr. Snyder.
Was it a note of a conversation that your client gave to you?
Yes.
Deposition's over. We're leaving. We're leaving. Let's go. We're leaving.
Cover my
The
notes.
client's been turning over documents late.
Mr. Snyder, and we just found out documents were destroyed. So please, get off your high horse. Get off your high horse, please.
Before the lawsuit was filed, thank you. Blank pieces of paper.
Not blank pieces of paper. Documents that he's contending were illegible. And he just grabbed it out of his hand and started to read the song for him. And he was very impressed by the song that he was talking about. And he said, oh, yeah, that's very good. He loves it. And he will make sure he swore to us.
When you say swore to us, did he use those words, I swear to you?
Oh, he promised. He promised us.
Mm-hmm. And did you...
I was totally convinced that he was going to give the songs to Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the Jones Beach concert, if we may, to the time when you offered the tickets to Mr. Damiano before the concert actually took place. Okay? During that point in time when you offered the tickets to him and before he actually went to the concert, did you ever say to him or suggest to him that maybe he should bring some of his songs with him?
No, I did not.
Do you deny saying that, or is it you just don't recall one way or the other?
I deny suggesting to Jim that he bring songs along with him. I did, however, concur with him when he asked me, do you think I should bring my songs with me? I said, sure, why not? What could it hurt?
Are those the words you used? Sure, why not? What could it hurt?
Jim handed the book, started to hand the book to him, and then someone else came over and took the lyric, whether it was a book or an envelope with the lyrics in it, took this package and walked towards the bus along with the other people, and they all got onto the bus, the door closed, and the bus drove away.
More questions.
Okay.
So we can end the inconvenience for you. You said you met Mikey Harris through her son Duke.
No, I met Mikey Harris first at Tony Tiller's house at a party. That's when I met. No, I met Mikey Harris first at Tony Tiller's house at a party. That's when I met Mikey Harris.
And you met Mikey Harris through her son Duke.
No, I met Mikey Harris first at Tony Tiller's house at a party. That's when I met Mikey Harris.
Sir, I want to turn now to this meeting that you said happened with Mr. Tiller. Do you remember when that occurred? Your statement says July of '87. Is that about when it happened?
Yeah, I believe so. For Anthony to come out, we sat there for a while. Jim had his lyrics books with him, one big thick book, and we were just sitting there for a while. Then Anthony came out. I remember him being in a suit, good-looking, like black man, gentleman, and he took us inside. Yes, and we went to his office, And we just sat down. It was like a big chair, one of these looked like a recliner kind of chair, but it was just a big chair that I was sitting in. And they were acting like they were good friends. I mean, talking, hugging, you know. And they read some of the lyrics. He had Jim's book in his desk, and he was reading through it. Jim was pointing out certain lyrics to him, and they were talking and talking. Then we got into the conversation about recording this my cousin Joanne tape, and I just wanted to get some feedback from Anthony based on his position in this company, what he believes that anything could happen with this if we produce it. And the feedback I got is absolutely yes. That we got into the Bob Dylan.
That's not entirely accurate. He said he didn't have enough songs that he wanted to put on an album.
During the course of these telephone conversations, he would frequently ask me to pass along information, ask questions about Bob, or to Bob about him. And I, in fact, told him that I would, and that I did. And on those occasions, that, of course, was a mistruth.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all that comes to mind at the moment.
So that
and when I use the expression "pass along," that's a phrase that I use to suggest passing along information verbally. And when I use the expression "pass along," that's a phrase that I use to suggest passing along information verbally.
Does he read? Is he getting James Damiano's lyrics? And I remember the answer, yes. He's been reading his lyrics, and I even remember recalling Anthony bringing up Bruce Springsteen's name. And I was just like from nowhere. I never heard that before, but it just came up that James' lyrics was also given to Bruce Springsteen, which I knew who that was. And I remember leaving this meeting with a very good feeling. Okay, I was convinced by Anthony is if I produce this record, if I pay for it, that it could end up being a very big hit.
Okay, sir. And that's basically what happened at the meeting?
That's basically it. I left there with very good vibes.
And if you could tell us what the office looked like in a little more detail, were there records on the wall?
There were records in the lobby. I know that. Mm-hmm. There were a bunch of records in the lobby. I was only in that building that one.
Can you list for me, sir, what other songwriters, other than Mr. Damiano, whose material you had on any shelf in your office while employed either by CBS or Sony?
Songwriters. Do the Gershwins count?
Appreciation, anything.
Tokens of appreciation.
Or gifts, anything that you can think of.
None that I can recall, but if I did it as a friend to a friend, because I considered Jim a very good friend. And I occasionally give my friends things as my friends give me things.
Okay. And do you recall, let me try to refresh your recollection, if I may.
I deny suggesting to Jim that he bring songs along with him. I did, however, concur with him when he asked me, do you think I should bring my songs with me? I said, sure, why not? What could it hurt?
For you today, a melodic analysis and comparison of the main melody of Steel Guitars by James Damiano to the main melody of Dignity by Bob Dylan. I define melody as the sequence or ordering of pitches in a single line of a musical composition. That is, melody is the ordering of pitches, which are often referred to as numbers, one being the number of the pitch center or tonic of the composition. And melody is distinct from rhythm, which specifies the timing and the duration of those notes. Analysis will cover the main melody of Steel Guitars and the main melody of Dignity, which I find to be strikingly similar. To begin, I'd like to illustrate the similarity of these two melodies by playing for you what I identify to be the common features themselves, a melodic arc of shared melodic features between these two compositions. This melodic arc is the pitches 1, followed by the pitches 5, 6, 1, and then after a gap, proceeding to the pitches 2, 3, 1. These pitches constitute what I call a melodic arc in that they bear with them something of the character of the melodic phrase, starting with 1, ending with 1, proceeding in certain patterns in between, particularly the 5, 6, 1 progression in between, and the ending with the 2, 3, 1. There's a kind of a melodic character to this arc, more than just a set of shared pitches. What I will be doing shortly is I'll be leading you through an analysis, allowing you to hear how steel guitars actually projects this exact same arc as Dignity. First, what I will be doing shortly is I'll be leading you through an analysis, allowing you to hear how steel guitars actually projects this exact same arc as Dignity. First, what I'd like to do would be to play for you this melodic arc and then play for you Dignity, so that you can hear the similarity between this arc, which it consists of the shared pitches between the two melodies, and Dignity itself. So this is the common arc, the common shared pitches of the two melodies, of the two main melodies of steel guitars and Dignity. I'm going to play that to the rhythm of Dignity so that you can hear how this melody, when set to the rhythm of Dignity, sounds very similar to Dignity. So this is the common arc. Now that melody should sound very similar to the main melody of Dignity, which is this. As I conclude in my analysis submitted as a written declaration, I find these two melodies strikingly similar. Okay, now as I've mentioned, the melody of steel guitars involves a lot of repeated kind of noodled figures, so that you have you also have, okay, this kind of repetitive embellishment can be reduced to more simple form by simply reducing the repeated fragments so that we eliminate the noodling. We end up with this. So I'm going to play the melody of steel guitars, eliminating repeated notes, repeated melodic fragments against the rhythm and accompaniment of Dignity. As I do so, I want to point out that I have altered none of the notes. I have only, as I said before, lowered or raised a few notes, one register or octave. All of the notes from the melody are still present in this steel guitar melody. The only thing is that I have eliminated some of the noodling, and it sounds like this. So once again, that is the melody of steel guitars, with all of the notes still intact. The only thing that has happened is I've eliminated some of the noodling, and 3 notes have been changed. The register they're heard in, instead of a high A, we hear a low A, that kind of thing. Here is, for comparison, the main melody of Dignity. Here is, for comparison, the main melody of Dignity. So this should demonstrate that there is a striking similarity between the melodies of these two compositions. The only difference between them is that 3 notes from steel guitars have been changed from 1 octave above to 1 octave below, and that some of the noodling has been reduced. As I have mentioned, the idea of changing the octave or register that a pitch is heard in, and the idea of eliminating or introducing noodling, these are very common melodic embellishments, and in most musicological analyses are considered actually kind of almost insignificant melodic developments. These are considerable as the same melody in a lot of ways. The common pitches then, to reiterate, are 1, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1. And once more, I'll play the common arc, that is those pitches that are shared in common between steel guitars and Dignity, and then I'll play for your comparison Dignity, so that you can hear the two melodies against each other and compare them and see how similar they are. That was the common melodic arc. This is Dignity, as released. This concludes my melodic analysis and comparison. I also should direct your attention to the written document, the declaration that accompanies this cassette.
That's the song. I recorded songs from James Damiano in the year of 1986. I am recording my reading of this tape now, the tape cassette, as it is being videotaped. I, Danny Gallagher, declare that in 1986 I played and recorded the dobro guitar track on James Damiano's instrumental song Steel Guitars, although I didn't know it was called that at the time. The song I am referring to is in the statement number 5 of this declaration. It's the same song that is playing in the background right here. I can swear to that tape section. Playing in the background of the tape segment of this declaration. A week after person
Let
by
me
the name of
give a
Mikey
pen.
turns out to be
You have a
Mikey
sign?
Harris.
You got
This side, to affirm.
a regular. You guys give me the same pen.
Rolling pins. Mine's green.
This is the what, Dave?
27.
1996.
It's 11:02 p.m. It says that right in the camera.
There it is. Thank you very much. Good night, Cleveland.
Now, this one here has to read too.
The same business here.
It just says that you're known as Jackie.
Okay. I resided 18 Avenues in Terrace in Dublin, Ireland. I'm known as Dan Gallagher. I was born in Neptune, New Jersey. My full name is Daniel Everett Gallagher. I'm a musician and play the dobro. In 1986, I recorded the dobro guitar to James Damiano, the song Steel Guitars. Mario Phillips and James Damiano played the other two guitars that are heard at this time recorded. Soon after James, Mario, and I recorded Steel Guitars, Mr. Damiano told me that he went to New York to give a copy of the recording to Mikey Harris at CBS Records. I am the same person whose name is mentioned in the book written about Bruce Springsteen, Thunder Road. Go right ahead.
Now, is your full name is Danny Gallagher?
Daniel Edward.
Then you have to write that in here. Did you see the Down Thunder Road? You didn't see the one? You want to see him? You're in the book here.
The bootleg of what is that?
What's his name?
I forget.
Mark Elliott.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I read some of it. It didn't make that much sense. 27. January.
Yeah.
Euro 1996. There it is. Mac. Was it what
You
time?
just sign this because we need a couple witnesses. Nick's going to sign a pen. If any to sign.
Yeah. At what time? What is time right now?
11:04 p.m.
Oh, no, at Asbury Park.
Yeah. Coming in now.
Yeah. And you have to sign where the witness is, and Park. Witness, just sign it. No.
Can I get it with?
Yeah, sign your name and then just print your name next to
Steve
it.
Schreiber. Steve Schreiber. Hey, Steve Schreiber. He's a hand. You've heard of Polish hands? This is a Jewish hand. It's a Jewish dilemma. Ham on sale. There you go.
Well, you put it in that signature, right?
It's still rolling.